But welcome back, everybody. I I had inadvertently muted myself after unmuting myself. Anyway, yeah, we are going into Group D of the round of 24 of TLS, and so here it is on the screen. As you can see, our first match is going to be trutaCz versus ZZZero. I actually love saying that, so I'm just going to keep saying that. This is going to be a ZVZ. And the second set is going to be Andre versus Nibu, which is going to be a Terran versus Random. That's right, Nibu actually are...
not Random, he's a race picker.
Well, he's listed as Random. See, because I think...
Well, there is no race picker icon. That's the problem.
Well, no, the thing is, though, that even other race pickers are still listed as the race that they play in 2 matchups, but I don't think Nibu isn't like a Zerg player who doesn't play ZVZ. He's like an actual race picker where he just picks random things or something. I don't think he's actually...
Yeah. He actually plays all the matchups.
Exactly.
But he just picks it.
Yeah, he picks a race in the screen, but it's like there's no consistent choice, basically.
Yeah, it's not like the players are playing... Like when you play against a random player who's actually like picking random in the screen, you have to play it a certain way because if you're a Protoss, you can't fast expand. If they go Zerg, then suddenly you're playing one base, and if you're not used to that, you're in a really rough position. And it's the same sort of thing for all the matchups. And you end up having to scout really early. Whereas if they actually pick the race on the screen, it lets you at least mentally prepare for what you have to do in that game. It makes a big difference.
We've just been informed actually by our referees that he actually did play true random this time instead of picking his race in the screen.
I was totally... Last time when I said he was random, he race picked, and then
no, I think he has been doing that up until this point. But it looks like he actually picked actual random this time, so craziness. So it's a true RVT here. Wow.
Alright.
Yeah, anyway, back to trutaCz and Zzero, because that's our first match. trutaCz has been tearing it up lately in the foreign scene. I think he won the last 2 Defiler tournaments, which are like weekly $75 money tournaments, which are quite awesome actually, because they're on at like really early Euro time, so there's basically no other tournaments on at that time. So if you're bored in the morning, you just like watch the Defiler tournament. It's really cool. Yeah, so he's been owning it up, and Zzero is actually a fellow Polish Zerg. They're actually both Polish Zergs. See what we were talking about last group? Yep. Lots of Polish people who are good at StarCraft. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, fellow Polish Zerg, and I feel like he's really good, but at least in my mind, he's somewhat overshadowed by trutaCz and Pike and even South Park a little bit. There's just really, Poland just has way too many strong Zerg players that he doesn't stand out too much. But he's definitely a solid player. And
having such a deceiving name probably works against him.
Oh wait, somebody actually wrote in the stream chat what ZZZ is. All right, here we go. You ready? You ready? All right. Zajebiski Jebeny Zespol. That's what it is. Boom!
I feel like he took a few liberties with the they're not umlauts, but little dashy things.
Well, like what is
the Polish version?
What does a dash through the L mean? How do you pronounce an L with a dash through it?
Maybe it's like a T, kind of.
No, but it's the dash. It's not a T. dude.
Anyway, it's going to be a ZVZ first, once again on Neo Ground Zero, I should say. And I guess it's going to matter, will they spawn vertical positions again or not? Will they be able to get that initial scout on each other? And will they both 9-pull? I'm guessing all those things will probably happen.
Well, let us find out and go straight into the game. Here we go. Here we are in the first game of Group D. At the top right, as the white Zerg, we have BSL ZZZero. And at the bottom right is the green Zerg, we have trutaCz.
So wait, if the ZZZ is a actual clan tag, then why is there a BSL?
I don't know.
They're
BSL is Bombastic Star League because Polish people are awesome, and Zzero actually hosted / sponsored a Polish-only Star League called the Bombastic Star League, which is an amazing name. So he's actually wearing the tag because they have a ladder stage for their tournament.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, that makes more sense then. All right. And
such a good name.
Neither of the players have dropped their pool yet. I'm shocked. Looks like there's actually an Overlord coming down for Zzero here. This is quite non-standard for the Polish Zerg community. We might actually see maybe even a hatchery first, but that would be really because they are going to scout each other first. Neither player is scouting the wrong direction on purpose. Both players getting the Overlord. This is if they mirror builds, like it feels like a setup, you know, like the last game it was like a mirror 9 pools, and then this time it's gonna be like a mirror 12 hatches or something crazy like that. Oh, they're both getting 12 drones. Like this could.
Ha ha! Oh wait.
Oh my god! It's mirror builds.
Wow, Kiati, you really are a prophet, man.
How does this happen?
Dude,
I don't even know.
Can you tell me what stocks to buy and stuff?
Buy. I'm trying to think of something really bad to tell you, but I shouldn't tell you that. And yeah, they're both getting the gas at the same time, so neither player is going to go for some sort of 12 pool expansion. I don't think that actually works in ZVZ anyway. Now that I think about it, I think I tried it once and I got completely destroyed by a 9 pool. But so yeah, Lyco would get to see some Mutalisks here. Could be pretty crazy. Both players. It's just how does this happen?
At least in this case, I think 12 hatch expand is I would say the most economical, safe way to play ZVZ, if that makes any sense. So 12 hatch is almost an instant loss against 9 pool. But if you 12 pool into expand, you can keep it safe against 9 pool and still get that second gas up ASAPly and that second hatchery. So it's quite nice for the Zergs. And yeah, I mean I always remember this build because it's the build that I think Rhett used in his Courage tournament. So yeah, 12 pool expand, good times.
And we have the first deviation in builds. Looks like trutaCz sneaking out an extra trutaCz sneaking out an extra drone here, while Zzero or Ero continuing just to make the Zerglings. So he's going to have that extra drone advantage, which may seem like just an insignificant thing, but the extra minerals can really add up over time, especially when there's such low drone counts.
I mean, the fact that basically, if they're going for mirror builds, but trutaCz has an extra drone, then obviously he's going to be ahead. Just by definition, basically. Although he has having to pull this one drone. Yeah. So he's kind of losing the benefit of that extra drone at the moment, but obviously he's going to be able to pull this off completely fine right now. I'm not sure why he feels that this is necessary, considering... Sorry?
trutaCz is green. trutaCz is green.
Oh, sorry.
He's actually forward.
Yeah, Zzero. I don't know why Zzero feels like he needs to pull that drone or to be so scared, because he's got an Overlord in trutaCz's base right now. So he sees everything that's going on, and they did go mirror builds, so I don't know why he's that scared.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange, but yeah, both players getting their lairs on pretty much exactly the same timing. So it's going to be pretty much just like a straight out, I guess, duke out with the Mutalisks here, because I mean both players are going to have similar amounts. It's going to come down to who can micro better, and maybe perhaps who wants to be defensive, because some players will perhaps favor, saying, oh, I don't want to play that game where we just both make mutas and attack each other and see who wins, that kind of game can often be quite luck-based in a way. When I say luck-based, I mean you make one tiny slip-up and suddenly you've just insta-lost the game, and it's not fun to lose a game that quickly.
Yeah, it's very unforgiving, I think, is probably... Yeah. The right word there.
That's what I'm going for, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like Zero's links kind of scattering around all over the middle of the map and then just kind of going back here. Neither player really committing to anything, just both making a ton of links, though. It's quite interesting because they can both see each other making the links. So, if you see the other guy making links, you're like, all right, well, I guess, I got to make some links to be, so he can't kill me. And it's kind of...
It's kind of like a story I heard about there was a post by a map hacker on on Team Liquid where he talked about ZVZ against other map hackers, and they would make like 12 hatcheries and stuff like that before they made a pool, and like you'd make one person would like blink and make the pool, and then you made like one extra drone and then a pool after that, and you'd have these like crazy like map hacker ZVZs where both players have just like so many like hatcheries and drones and stuff like that it just gets insane. But anyway, I mean, that's obviously not what's happening here.
Good times, good times. Oh, dude, I think you just solved ZVZs for us. If we just allow... Oh, wow, it looks like some scourging of overloads going on. If we just allow all Zerg's ZVZs to have map hacks for both players, we can have like hive-level ZVZ every time.
They could just give each other vision instead of hacking, but...
Or that, but...
And the Scourge going out for both players, obviously trying to look for a Mew to pick off, but it looks like trutaCz was okay with just grabbing an Overlord, and yeah, both players just happy to trade their Scourge for Overlords. And yeah, so they're both going to be supply caps now.
Now,
so
who got supply caps? Okay, so trutaCz actually got supply capped with 2 more supply than his opponent. Now I don't know if that's in lings or drones or what. Actually, let's get a count of the drones here.
Not 2. It's a lot more than 2. It's 8. 8 supply more.
No, it's 32 versus 33. I mean the actual supply. No. Yeah.
I actually was looking at the. Yeah.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drones plus 3 on gas. So 10 drones for trutaCz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 1. So they both have 10 drones, but trutaCz is still mining with all 3 on gas, and Zero's only mining with 1 on gas because he's got to make all the overlords again. Now, I guess we'll see if that actually turns out to be a better choice or not. Neither player can actually make a move, even though they've kind of supply blocked each other. So, yeah, looks like one lane just kind of poking around here. Oh, he's gonna get trapped.
I think trutaCz still has that 1 drone advantage, and if Zzero just waits, eventually that's just gonna add up, and I think that trutaCz is gonna have enough stuff to actually just go and kill him. But looks like he's trying to bust out now, but then really nice arc there for Zzero. I don't know if... Oh, looks like trutaCz has enough Zerglings there, and Zzero is forced to run away. He's going to be in a pretty rough position trying to defend this, especially considering like they both were stuck without supply for so long that it's pretty much just like what units they had on the map. Like they've killed so many overlords with their early Scourge that pretty much nothing has come out. And he's just making Zerglings.
Somehow trutaCz is actually 7, 8 supply ahead now, though, kind of like what you were saying before, except he's actually 8 supply ahead now, and he's going for it, and the natural doesn't get the best arc, but I think he has slightly more Zerglings, but still having to pull back, and he finally got 1 Muta out. But you can't really micro 1 Muta against Scourge, so he's going to be very, very careful with that. Zzero making more Scourge here, but losing more Overlords, although since he lost all those Zerglings, it doesn't actually matter. He's down at 20 of 26 supply, so he can actually still make units just fine. Actually, both players having plenty of Overlords now, and looks like a bit of a counterattack, but with those 2 Mutas in the air, not much that Zero's Lynx can actually do. He's got enough money for 4 Mutas. I don't know what he's doing with it. Looks like he's finally making them. Just going to chase away those Scourge with his own Scourge or something. I don't know what's going on here. Scourge on Scourge, could, high-speed chase or something.
This is such a weird game. It's like they made Zerglings and then they made Scourges and they just killed Overlords. Like, I don't... What's the end game?
Good times, man. Good times. This is like how I play ZVZ, because I can't mute a micro at all. So I just only go Scourge Ling and hope that the other guy messes up his micro. And if he goes Scourge Ling too, then we're just like, oh, well, we seem to be at an impasse.
Looks like the few meters that trutaCz has out will be able to take out these Overlords without wasting gas on Scourge. So in a
madness.
Pretty good position.
Oh man, why are these even here? Did he miss rally or something? Oh man, he must have missed rally.
He had his stuff rallied down with the contain that he had with the Zerglings, and yeah, all these Overlords are now pretty much free for the picking. And he's lost so many Overlords already. Like, has he actually made more than like 5 units at a time for the last like half hour or however long this game's been going? I feel like he's been on the verge of supply cap to supply caps for pretty much half this game.
Yeah. I mean,
that's kind of just a
it's like he's a D player all over again, where he just forgets to make supply. He just gets supply blocked all the time. Wow, that went badly.
That was... So I mean, trutaCz just ate the Scourge, but he's still just ahead.
And Zzero, by the way, has not put a 3rd guy back on his main gas. I think that's a mistake because he's getting way too many murals now.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that can happen when you get a little bit stressed in the game, and you know, you're losing these overlords and you got miss rallies and things, and it all just kind of starts spiraling.
He's just going for the base trade here. He just completely ignored trutaCz's lings and went straight for the kill. Oh wow, this could be crazy here. This could be crazy! Alright, the drone's reacting a little bit slowly, but all the lings going into both players' bases here. Complete massacre of each other's bases, although it looks like with the Mutas overhead, Zero's attack is not going to be that effective. I think he will still get the Spire, but GG from Zzero. And trutaCz will take game number 1.
Wow. I feel really strangely about that game. Just in general. It was just... It felt like it never got started, you know? Like normally in Zerg vs. Zerg, at some point they get some mutas and they fight each other, but kind of like they just got stuck in this transitional period when they were getting onto mutas just because they kept killing so many overlords that neither player could make things. And it all came down to that ling engagement at, well, that extra drone, that ling engagement at trutaCz's natural, where he got the, I guess, had a few more lings, got a better arc, and Zzero kind of had to fall back, and then everything just went to hell for him.
Yeah, and I think that 3 Overlord like miss rally was also a pretty huge blunder though. I mean, he was slightly behind at that point, but I don't know, maybe with some solid micro he could have turned it around or something. Either way, pretty tricky. But that's alright, because he's still in it. That was only a first set. It is a double elim-ish format, as we've said. And the next set is going to be Andre versus Nemu, Terran versus Random. Quite excited for that. So we'll bring you guys that game right after this break.